I am very excited to sit down with you guys today. Um, I had a nice little idea, um, and I'm going to execute that idea today. And the idea is for every new subscriber, I will add a little hut. I feel like that is something that would be very cool. So that way we can actually build like a little community and get something really nice built out. So I would say let's kind of make this like I was thinking this kind of area for like I guess like a little garden or something, or like a sheep area, or maybe we just make this the central kind of bit, and then we have the mine uh, over here. Put a torch down, um, and that'll be that. But like this area here, I mean, we could make something super neat and super cool. Maybe we'll terraform a little bit. We'll do some work, but I'm thinking that's what we do today. We'll build um, some huts for our new friends that are joining us on this journey to bettering ourselves. And I don't have my script open today, so today is going to be all off of Ladome. So let me know if this is a format that you like, but there are some things that I want to talk about. Number one, before I run out of my social limit here that I put on, I saw this morning, and it is from Gary Vee, and it reads, "Don't judge yourself too early in the process. Great things take time." And that one stuck with me today. Another one that I shared was, "Be your own biggest fan instead of critiquing every move you make." Those two things I really needed to hear, because yesterday I talked about how the actual recording stopped, and hopefully that doesn't happen with this one, but I talked about how I just wanted to almost restart the process because everything felt too salesy. It felt disingenuous. Like it didn't feel right. But this is a whole story of evolution. We're literally changing this world and evolving this world to be just filled with something amazing. And for me to not follow through on like my own word is just, it's hypocritical, and I didn't really want to sit with that. So today I just want to go off the dome and not use my talking points, and just kind of get a little, I guess, personal with some things that are going on. And probably the most pressing thing for me right now is change. And I won't get too specific. It's work-related change. And you would think, well, work-related things shouldn't really affect, somebody too much. But when you do something every day and it's your livelihood, and there's a big change that happens, and it kind of directly affects you, it's a really scary thing. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm pretty scared for what the next few weeks, possibly next few months, like what they look like, and how I'm going to be affected, and how my workload is going to be affected, and stress levels, stress management. And while I was thinking about all that, my mentor, shout out to him, because he really just kind of he let me yap for a little bit, and then he was like, "All right, what do you want? Like what do you want out of your career? What do you want to do?" Because you're sitting here worrying about all these things that you don't even really have answers to yet, right? Like I have no idea what's coming my way. All I know is that something's changing, and that's basically who I report to is changing. That's the big change. So why am I so worried about that? What is so stressful? And what do I want? What are my own ambitions? How can I use this opportunity to get to where I want to be? So we had a conversation about that, and the conversation shifted from here's everything that I'm worried and scared about, to here are some really fantastic opportunities that you have available to you because of this. So how are you going to take charge of that? How are you going to control your own destiny? And that is the plan that I have going in, now. Now you might be thinking like, well, what does that have to do with the Gary Vee thing that I just talked about, which was basically talking about, it was talking about don't judge yourself too early in the process. Great things take time. I judge myself too early in multiple different things. I judge myself too early with this because, I thought I was giving a type of vibe. So I judged myself too early on that aspect. I judged myself too early with this entire, change that's happening. I judged myself too early on it. And I just have to wait until things pan out, right? I have no idea what's going to happen until it actually happens. So how is this something that applies to you? You might be sitting, in a class. You might be sitting at your desk at work. You might be. I was kind of wondering if I had like a. Is this what that is? Oh, perfect. Oh, do they not have stone cutters in here? I guess we don't really have really much. Sorry, I'm losing track because I thought I could make something. That's craftable, that's all. I wanted to make some really nice looking slabs, but I guess I have to... Is a stone cutter not a thing? Is that a mod? Where am I going with all this? I wanted to... Oh my god, I totally just lost my train of thought here. That's terrible. Oh, if you're sitting at your desk, if you're sitting at your in your classroom, whatever, and you're just kind of worried, like what does my future look like? What I discussed the Anthropic data, where I was talking about all the different things that AI could be taking over, and you could be sitting in a business class, you could be sitting in really, I would say English majors. You got to figure out how you're gonna do that. What your path is. If you're gonna go down teaching, I wouldn't say copywriting is a great job to get into right now because AI has that pretty much nailed. So that's one thing I would think about. But you could be sitting there thinking like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? What are my options? It's a very similar situation where there's a ton of unknowns, and you just have no idea where life is going to go or what's going to be around that corner. So that's when you have to think about, well, what are the opportunities available to me? And your opportunities are whatever really that you want them to be. The opportunities are really kind of endless. And we have to make sure that the things that we want... Oops. Can I just... Perfect. The things that we want align with, like, what's happening around us, too. Like, for example, if I want to pivot into a separate area, I have to, number one, have those skills, and I have to have the confidence that I can do those things, and have the connections to make that happen as well. If you're somebody that wants to pivot degrees or pivot in your job, you really have to do some soul searching to figure out what is it that you actually want to do. Kind of ask yourself that same question that my mentor asked me, and it's what do you truly want? What are we actually seeking? So that's what I'm going to ask you today is what do you want? Out of your degree, out of your job, out out of life in general, what are the things that you want? So that's that's a really hard question to answer, and you're not going to really have the answer today. You should just kind of sit with your thoughts for a little bit. But I just was freaking out, and this week is really this week as of you know the week of April 13th is the week that I truly have to like lock in and really figure out what everything looks like, from my career perspective, because I have a huge opportunity in front of me to do something entirely different if I want to, and unlock some of the passions that I have for creating and expanding my knowledge of marketing, social media, whatever, and doing large scale campaigns or events or that type of planning, and truly trying to make something epic. And those are the things that we get to reap when big change like this happens. So that's kind of what we're rocking with, and it's very scary. So I'm going to figure out how to build these subscriber houses. We have 4 subscribers as of this recording, so that's very cool. I don't see who subscribed on because I don't have the, I guess it can be not public. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of wood do we want. I think we have a lot of acacias, so I feel like that would make the most sense, would be to use acacia wood. Not that I have a ton of acacia on me, but I feel like that's probably what we should use, given that we're in the acacia biome. I should also get a little farm started with some cows and stuff, just as basics. I know that this whole thing is supposed to have Minecraft as the background, but sometimes it's hard to play Minecraft and not focus on what we're looking at in front of us. And sometimes, that kind of plays right into life, too. It's we lose track of what's happening in front of us. We think so far ahead. We have to think, 12 steps ahead. I've been playing a lot of chess lately, and that alone is I have to think. I played a game against a friend. I was thinking, and I'm not really rated that high. I'm probably a 400 or something. Not even. Probably less than that. I mean, I shouldn't even be up as high as I am. But I was playing against a friend, and I was thinking at least 4 or 5 moves ahead, and using that explore tab and just going crazy. But sometimes we just got to stop and recenter. And that's what is so great about meditation. I went on a little stroll with my dog before this, and just being outside after being inside all day, it felt so nice because the weather is beautiful. There's a warm breeze. We haven't felt a warm breeze. I'm from the Northeast. We haven't felt that in a long time. And I just went into this whole thing. I'm like, man, I just feel good today. And I hope you feel good today too, because it's a great day to feel good. So whoever we're gonna do this. Oh my God, it's a wandering trader. We're gonna set this up. I'm gonna have this because we have such a beautiful view here. Now I could do pathways. I wanted to do gravel, but maybe we'll do like this kind of pathway. And we'll do 3 wide, which feels too wide, but we'll rock with it. And we'll set up some houses along this because I think it would be super dope to have you guys, every time we get a new subscriber join in, they'll join the garden. And you know what? We'll have a nice little path that goes around this little pond here. Look at this. Oh. We'll have a little path. What's he traded? Bucket of why would I want any of this? So that's just the big takeaway this week, and I also just wanted to share this really fun idea that I had. So hopefully I have about 5-10 minutes. Hopefully I can get this completed, or at least the first concept of this, so that you guys can see what these houses look like. And yeah, every time we get a new friend in the garden, we will build a house, and we're gonna do the first house right here. Maybe we'll take this tree down first. I'm not the most skilled builder in Minecraft, so it's gonna look a little janky. But I think we're gonna do, because nobody's really gonna be living in these, I think we'll do 2 wide, and we'll go, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, is 2 enough? I mean, these are going to be like little bungalows. And then I had this idea where we take the slabs, so they look like they're like little raised houses. Like, look at that. That looks so nice. And then we'll do this. Boom. Boom, boom. And then, well, damn, maybe it needs to be a little bit taller. Or a little bit, it needs to be 4 wide, maybe? We'll do 4 wide. Something like that. Let me run inside. Sorry, I'm getting so off track. This is so not what this is supposed to be. I just feel so good today. There was one thing that I wanted to share that was a little religious, but it's something that I shared with my dad not too long ago. Oh, jeez. But I think it offers such a nice perspective, and I feel like often we always compare ourselves to one another. And this is from the book of Ecclesiastes. And it's, be joyful for what you have and not sorrowful for what you don't have. Basically, be happy for the things that you have in your life. And don't be sad because you don't have something. And I think we all go searching for things so often. We all just want the best job. We all want the most money. We all want the fastest car. We all want these things. And, what we're learning, and that's the book of wisdom. And, this is not going to be always religious, but I just think that this is something that is profound that I want to share, because that book is essentially King Solomon's wisdom that he asked God for. And basically, it's just, those are the things that we have to think about in our own lives, because we always compare, and they say that comparison is the thief of joy, right? If you're constantly comparing yourself to others, then you're never going to truly be happy. And I think that's kind of what happens with like the whole influencer saga. Like, I don't want anybody to feel jealous or wishing that they were me, because I could wish that I was you, and you could be such a cool person. But we should not. I don't like that. We should be joyful for what we have. So just be happy that if you're in school, you're getting an education. If you have a job, that you have a job, and that those things are given to you, and that it's a great thing. So just be happy that you get to celebrate, and wake up every day that you have this life. And that got real deep real fast. Oh, I don't. How am I gonna do this? That's not terrible. If we did that, it just doesn't look great. We'll build this first bungalow, and then we'll go from there. I really wanted this to be cool, but I don't think it will because, like, oh, maybe this could be cool. We do something like this. I mean, these are gonna be real tight bungalows. That's the only thing. This would have to come out like one more. Maybe I'll finish this off camera or something too, or maybe I'll just build them off camera because I'm not gonna have enough time. I'll do this. What if I did this? Does this look cool? Kind of like a wraparound. What else do I want to talk about? There's just so much, and I'll be completely honest. Like, there's so much that I'm thinking about with this, and I hope that you guys see, you know, the potential value in betting on yourself and the impact that it can have on your life. And I just want you guys to know that it will be hard. Nothing in life comes easy, and it's going to take a lot of work to get to where you want to be and who you want to be, and that's just kind of some stuff, like, you just kind of have to accept that. And these are going to be way too bigger than I wanted them to be. Like, we're going to have way too much land taken up. But I just want you guys to ask questions. You know, a lot of this, I thrive on conversation, and I was just talking about this the other day. It's like, it's really hard to sit here and talk to myself because I do so well in a presentation style setting, and I'm not presenting really anything. I'm just kind of talking. And to talk for 20 minutes straight about self-help when you know nothing about who's on the other side, that can be a very hard and confusing thing sometimes. So apologies if I repeat ideas. But I just hope that, you know, these first episodes and the episode I did yesterday where I kind of did a culmination, like, the why of this is just so important, and I'm leading with why. I'm doing what Simon Sinek says of starting with why, because I think that, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that say they'll help you, but they just kind of try to keep you in this little, you know, money circle. They don't ever give you the answers, and I want you to have answers. I want you to feel like you can walk away from this and have truly gained something from it. And those are the things that I want, like, for everybody that is joining this program. I'm not trying to gatekeep anything. Like, yes, I want to build this community, and yes, I want to have something that goes beyond me and beyond what beyond my four walls of, like, this office. Like, I want to have events, and I want people to be inspired to you know, take risks and do things. And that's going to be really difficult too, because I think not a lot of people want to bet on themselves. And what kind of wood do I want to complement that? I'm trying to think. We'll do a little acacia. 6 already. It's gonna be hard, but I hope that, you know, you feel empowered to go on this journey, because once you discover yourself, so many things become clear, and it becomes easier to make decisions because you're just so rooted and grounded in who you are and what you want and what you know. And it truly changed, like, things for me. I just feel so much more confident in going out and doing things. And, you know, people ask me all the time, like, how do I do that? And I just don't know. Like, when things click, they just click. I don't know how else to explain it. And I think that was one thing too. It's where when things just go so well, you don't really keep track of like why they're going well. And that's kind of what the whole journey of Kaizen is like you kind of record those wins. And you have this daily like reflection of this is why I won today. Like this is why I am so proud of where I am and what I've done. So I just hope that you ask questions, you help build this community, and you share it with those like-minded people, and we get to do something great together because Kaizen is not something that's just for me. It's for anybody who wants to change their lives and be a part of something great. Um, and if you decide to join me for that journey, like the four fine folk who decided to join me this time around, that's why I'm building these huts. Then be a part of that community. Join the community, and I'm a really nice guy, I promise. And I have that interest form as well for those who want to go on the Kaizen journey. So I hope that you guys don't judge yourself too early in the process. Just to recap some of the ideas that we talked about, don't judge yourself too early in the process, and you know, follow it and see where it goes, and don't be afraid to fail. And I just I just hope you have a great day like I had, and it's gonna all work out. It's going to be great. And I'll sign off here because my dog is starting to bark and it seems like something's going on outside. So I'm going to wrap up these houses, or this house, and we'll see how this looks when it's done. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. And if you're thinking about doing something in terms of like taking a big risk in terms of asking that girl out on a date, or applying to that job, or really just a big decision, take that risk, take that leap. I don't want this to be misinterpreted. If you do have thoughts, bad thoughts, if your mental health is not great, then definitely seek help if that is something that you are feeling. Have that power over yourself, and ask for help. But shoot me an email for if you want to talk. I'm always open to talking, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow in the next video once our little bungalow here is finished. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.